All right. Next, back to the basics. So security-wise, could you tell us the difference between public and private repositories beyond the obvious visibility? Like, is there features that differ, or especially can I still be exposed in a private GitHub organization? You know, because some people say, okay, it's private, so I don't have to worry because it's not exposed publicly, right? And also, how about self-hosted runners? Are they good or bad?
Yeah, you can have a love-hate relationship with self-hosted runners. That's we'll come to that in a moment.
Okay.
A public repository is generally considered to be an open source repository, right? There's thousands of projects out there. If you're new and you're getting into code development, there's plenty of projects out there that you can be a part of. Public repositories, OpenSSL being one of them, the one we discussed earlier that had that huge problem in it. Just to add, actually, that problem was created by somebody checking in their code 5 minutes to midnight on New Year's Eve. That's how Heartbleed happened.
Ridiculous.
Anyway, no, can't make this stuff up. So a public repository is just everyone is a free for all, really. There's maintainers, there's contributors. There's a lot of security issues around it that are generally very loose, but typically it's open source, and that's pretty clear. Private repositories are more than just not visible to the average coder. They are almost like internal build systems as a service. You're assuming that this is my private repository. Great example. Probably every organization on the planet that uses GitHub and has commercial software has a private repository. And there are obviously lots of enterprise level organizational perks you get with having private repositories that when you pay, you actually give GitHub money.
Of course.
Instead of just using all the free features that most of us use. But is a private repository more safe? I mean, on the surface, in terms of obvious attack vectors, a bit more safe, sure. But does what's going through your private repository and what does the supply chain, as we first started talking about, for that private repository look like? If you're using a workflow that uses a GitHub action that comes from a public repository, as most do, well, whoever is the author of that GitHub action has access to your private repository.
Yeah, that's it. That's Pandora box.
It is. And well, we can get to this later. We're talking more about GitHub action security specifically, but all of your dependencies and everything that goes through, there's really no safety net in the word private. Let's put it that way. It's inside your organization, but there's almost always a way in through some form of dependency, be that application or workflow dependencies.
Got it. So there's still homework to do, even though it's private.